Another from Ray McLeod. Turned it.
Garoppolo, first pass to Christian McCaffrey. Oh, McCaffrey turns on the Jets, and he's got a first down.
Three up the middle, inside the 10, a stiff arm at the 5, and in for the touchdown. Juszczyk blocking out front. Oh, a hurdle for McCaffrey. Nipping his way for the touchdown. McCaffrey again, and for the fourth time today.
McCaffrey gets it up the gut, big hole. McCaffrey sprinting free, and he's tripped up inside the 50.
McCaffrey into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Here's Purdy on first down, late blitz coming, in trouble. Purdy stays up on his feet somehow, and now throws.
Today for the Steelers. Purdy running and going down. 49 play action. Purdy looking end zone. Lets it rip, and he's got a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk. On first down, pressure coming. Purdy throws over the middle, and it's Jawan Jennings with nothing downfield. Smith Williams was chasing. Purdy gets out of there. Looking deep, back of the end.
We saw him do this earlier in the game. I think it was like a 3rd and 3, and he climbed the pocket, and he knew where the
play action. Purdy. Pressure coming late. Throws to McCaffrey. McCaffrey twisted to the goal line. And
Jim, it was a little faint for me.
Down the field. What a play to Kittle at the 40-yard. Purdy looking up top. Downfield he goes, and he's got Deebo Samuel. Deebo. 37, the end around to Deebo Samuel. Has a blocker and Kittle in front of him. And Samuel with a first down into Rams.
Blitz coming. Picked up. Purdy sets, launch.
His face throws, and coming back to get it is Deebo Samuel, and Samuel's got a first down. Here comes Deebo Samuel. Blockers in front. Williams is one of them, and Deebo Samuel's in.
You get worried about the run game, and they can sneak either Kittle or Samuel behind that.
In a long handoff, they're just doing it out of different formations and different setup points instead of motion.
Inside give to Deebo to the end. Deebo Samuel, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Touchdown 49ers.
Here we go.
Picked up. Purdy sets, launch, has Samuel wide open.
Play action. Purdy looking end zone. Lets it rip, and he's got a touchdown.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. What is good, everybody? How are we doing? I hope you guys had the happy holidays. We are heading into the new year. I'm about to hop into, maybe we'll do a Sunday splash, I guess. Here, I'm going to hop into a splash. If you guys are on Drafters, queue up if you want to hop in with me. Use promo code SLEAZE. Match your deposit to $100. Let's get it rolling here. Fire away with the questions. I'll be live for 2 hours, guys. Then we're going to lead into Big Draft Energy Stream where we go over all the pick'ems and everything like that. CD just got ruled out. The fantasy football nightmare happened, man. That's unbelievable at the end. Got to replace him. Kendre Miller, Tank Bigsby, Josh Down, Jalen Waddle. Absolutely hate this right now. Kendre Miller's interesting if there's no Kamara, but I think Kamara is going to play to chase that 1,000-yard rushing season. Jalen Waddle, I really like if he's out there. He practiced today. Juan Jennings has a great matchup with Detroit, too. I'd probably go Jennings. But if Kamara is out, I'd go Kendre because I love the matchup versus the Raiders. He had a very tough matchup last time. I didn't like him versus Green Bay at all, and he absolutely did nothing. But if you get the Raiders, he's going to get a good matchup if Kamara is out. Evan K, thanks for the stream. Gino or Drake May, Superflex QB2. Oh, okay. Let me plug in yet. I'm not really fully got everything up yet. So, Chargers defense, right? Chargers D's been getting gashed by the past as of late. In the past 4 games, they rank bottom 6. Drake May, rushing upside is there. I don't really like Gino tonight. It's tough to roll out Drake May in the championship, but I think I'd roll out Drake May over Gino. In Lucero, Smith, or Stafford, I like Stafford a lot this week. I think they're going to crush Arizona. I think Kupp has a big game. I think Puka has a bounce-back game. Kyron's going to go nuts as well. I'm not going to start Geno Smith tonight versus Chicago. I think it's more of a run game. The Bears have been getting pounded by the run lately. Philly D should be at 1. Yes, I had Philly D at 3. They're top 3 D for me 100%. In Lucero, Myers, Debo, or McMillan. To Debo, bounce back hot. You get the Monday night game. I like Myers matchup versus the Jags too. I'd probably rank it Debo, Myers, McMillan. McMillan's on a hot streak, but I don't know if I trust it, man. You know what I mean? Like, he's a rookie. Mike Evans going to have a big game here at some point. I wouldn't roll McMillan this week. Dylan says, championship, let's fucking go. Full PPR, different leagues. Sorry in advance. Oh, no worries. Fire all the questions you want, guys. Sorry in advance for the questions. QB2 flex Murray or Baker. I don't trust Kyler Murray, man. And the season's over for the Cardinals. You know he's going to be focused on Call of Duty or some shit. Marvin Harrison's been terrible. Trey McBride throwing out, an angry video after the game. Cardinals are in shambles, man. Ford, Vidal, Spears, Abdullah. So Spears, if Tony Pollard is out, and then Ford after him. But if Tony Pollard is in there, I think him and Ford are still close. I mean, he's been stealing the touchdowns like crazy. I'm not rolling Vidal or Abdullah, that's for sure. Question 3, J-Mo, Spears, Ford, Smitty. I really like, I like Smitty's matchup a lot versus the Cowboys, but now that CD's out, it could be a bad game script. Could be more Saquon chasing the record of Eric Dickerson. I'd probably go J-Mo there. Dylan says, Madison, Garendo, Spears, Abdullah. I'm rolling Garendo heavy. The Detroit Lions defense is beat up to the max. One tight end, one defense. I like Chig more than Henry, and I like Miami a lot against DTR if he's the quarterback. If not, I like Philly. I'm not rolling out the Raider D regardless. That's risky. Mr. Magic says, Keenan, Cup, Garendo, pick 2, leaning towards Keenan and Garendo. I'm not against it, man. Cup's been bad. I do like Garendo a lot this week. So Garendo be my number 1. Keenan's been seeing massive targets, massive volume, 4 to 5 games of 20 points. I think I'm rolling out Keenan. Although I love Cup, man. It sucks. Colby, Superflex, full PPR. My wide receivers are Nico, the bum. He did not play good. Cooper Kupp, Garrett Wilson, Terry McLaurin. I love Terry McLaurin this week. He's my wide receiver 6. Should I play Brandon Cooks? No, I don't trust Brandon Cooks. And Philly's defense is amazing versus the wide receiver. I would roll out full PPR my wide receivers. So you already rolled Nico. I'm going to roll Cooper Kupp, Terry McLaurin there. Chris, what's up, my guy? Merry Christmas to you and your family. Same with you. Daniel, how we doing? Bills or Seahawks D? I like the Bills D. Thank you for the sub, Chris. Appreciate that, man. Mr. Magic says Kamara didn't practice. He didn't practice, but it's the day after Christmas. Friday is usually the big day. Bandit Locks in the building. If you guys have not followed my guy Bandit Locks on Twitter, make sure you do. Drops great picks all day, every sport. My guy's an addict. Keenan Allen got going tonight. Hope he balls out. I got Keenan rolling in 2 championships as well out of the 7, so I'm okay with that. I don't trust Kyler Z at all. Anthony Richardson, I know he hasn't practiced, but I think he's going to be out there. There's optimism he's going to play. The Colts are fighting for a playoff spot still. They're still alive. I'm going to roll Anthony Richardson versus New York Giants. Garendo or Rashad White? I'm going Garendo. I know Rashad White has a great receiving, aspect, but Bucky's taken that job. His volume has shot down a lot. I mean, they got that in garbage time last week against the Cowboys. He really did nothing till then, so I really don't trust Rashad White at all. Jeremy, what's up, my guy? Knicks, Purdy. I have Knicks and Purdy kind of side by side. If you have a stack of anything, let me know on that one, Jeremy. Do you have Cortland Sutton? Do you have Jennings? Do you have Debo, Kittle, anything like that to make that different because they're super close? Keenan, he's too good to bench right now. He's on fire. David, what's good? Is this draft started or am I still in it here? Let me see. I'm still just 2 of 5. All right. Devonta Smith, MHJ, I do not trust at all. I'm not starting Brandon Cooks versus Philly, even with CD out. I'd go Devonta Smith. The Cowboys matchup is great. He could pop one over top. This just could be a bad game script with CD out. That's the only bad thing. Squints, what's good? Shout out to you. How we doing, brother? How was the Christmas, man? Even have Chig. I like Chig a lot this week, guys. I have Chig at tight end 8. I have him as a smash play. I like Chig a lot. Just not over like the superstars like Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce I was getting questions about, and I was like, no, start your studs. Nicole says Chuba was downgraded to questionable. Is he out? I have not seen that update. Let me check this real quick here. I would imagine Chuba is going to be out there. Let me see here. – Chuba Hubbard. Yeah, he's going to be fine. He's limited. I don't like Dowdle this week at all. Dowdle's going to be just like last week versus Tampa. He has a very tough matchup. The front is nasty in Philly. I don't like Dowdle this week at all. Jeremy says, would you play Thielen, Juan Jennings, J-Mo over A.J. Brown? No. Play your studs. A.J. Brown even looked good with Pickett, man. You have to roll A.J. CD out, DJ Moore or Addison. I mean, Addison's been getting his touchdowns. You have a possible shootout game with Green Bay. I still like DJ more, but I like Addison as a flex play as well. So, I mean, if you like Addison more, I'd go with your gut on Addison, but when you got Justin Jefferson, you're always second fiddle. I know Keenan's kind of same targets as DJ, but I feel like they're going to be playing from behind in this game and have to pass heavy for Chicago. Dylan says, need 2, Devontae, BTJ, Charbonnet. Oh my God, bro. This is a stacked question. You can't sit Devontae Adams with the volume he's seeing. Charbonnet is one of my favorite plays of the week this week. I mean, he has such a good matchup for Chicago. They are 32nd versus the running back on the last 4 weeks, 30th on the season. Their defense is beat up. Brees has a great matchup too versus Buffalo. Oh, and Jay Season, bro. My God. I'd say the one that I'd be lower on would be BTJ and Jay Season, but fuck, they're hard to bench also. That's a good situation to be in. I got to get Charbonnet in there, though. You have to roll Charb. Chubbs, McGee, Chig, or Hawk. I like Hawkinson more this week. I have him at tight end 5. I like the shootout game versus Green Bay. Green Bay's defense is very good, but they have one weak spot, which is the tight end. Fairbairn gave me a 0, bro. I can't believe what the Texans did. Do I see Keenan outscoring DJ Moore? I mean, he's outscored him in like 4 of the past 5 games, but they're both seeing good, 15, 14. So let me see here. Keenan and let's grab DJ at the same time here. So DJ Moore, pop this up. Let's go here. Let's go Keenan Allen. So Keenan Allen, this is what you're looking at. 4 out of the past 20 plus targets, 13-13, massive volume. DJ Moore still 16, 8, 8, 10. I mean, you got to start both. Look at these numbers. Their floor is even there for both of them. I like either one of them tonight. But Keenan could outscore him, yeah, for sure. West up 253 Pyro. What is good? Ford, Pollard, Spears, or Swift. I'm not playing Swift tonight. I'd rather play Pollard or Spears versus Jacksonville 100%. That's one of the worst run Ds in the league. For flex, I am going to go Cooper Kupp over Thielen. I think Cooper Kupp is going to bounce back this week and have a comeback game against Arizona where he actually is decent, even though it's risky after how he's played for the past 2 weeks. You got to play your stud there. Standard scoring, I have Puka at wide receiver 3, Alex and Evans at wide receiver 5. So they're both top 5 wide receivers to me. So I love either one. Sharp, yes, I have Sharp super high. Flash. I love Charbonnet tonight. I think he's in for a 20-point night. Easily. Nathan says BTJ and Jigba or Charbonnet. I'm going Charbonnet. For flex, start 2. I'm going to go in Jigba and Charbonnet. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go in Jigba and Charbonnet. BTJ has more of a tough matchup this week, although BTJ's matchup proof. I think I'm going to take both Seattle here. Hurts didn't practice. He's going to be in concussion protocol until Friday. Friday is usually the main big update day. Saquon's going to go off against Dallas, bro. No CD. I mean, he's chasing the Eric Dickerson record. He's going to go bananas. They're going to force feed Saquon Barkley. Chig or Jonnu standard scoring. So you're not going to get the massive volume in standard scoring with Chig. I think the higher touchdown upside is going to be Jonnu, but I do like Chig. I rank Jonnu at tight end 5 or 4 and Chig at 8. So I like Jonnu better, but I do like them both. Daniel says, who would you pick to start? One running back, James Conner or Spears? Man, if Conner's out there, it's hard to put Spears over him. I know Spears has a good matchup. I'm going Keenan Allen over Drake London. I can mix the flex with those players. I'm not sure what to do. Actually, let me see here. I'm going to look this up real quick. So is Lattimore playing? If Lattimore is not playing, I'm going Drake London over Keenan. But if Lattimore is out there, I like Keenan more. I think you're in a good situation with both. I mean, it's kind of sucks because Keenan plays tonight, and then, you got to wait for the Lattimore update. God, I mean, Michael Penix was feeding targets to Drake London, too. So I think I'm going Drake either way. Let's ride Drake there. I do like Keenan, though. Jeremy says, I have Jennings I could put in with Purdy, but I have to bench AJ. You're not benching AJ. I think Jalen Hurts is going to be out there. Man, Detroit Lions defense is beat up to the max, too. I think I'd still roll Purdy, man. I like Purdy on Monday night. Bandits, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, pick one. Purdy or Kyler? I'm going Purdy. I don't trust Kyler. I know he got that rushing TD to save his day. He's been absolutely terrible at quarterback, though. It's been so ugly. Peanut butter jelly. Shout out to you. Merry Christmas, brother. Thank you for all the support, man. What is good? If you guys are in here, make sure you tap that like. Take 1 second. Helps me out a ton. If you're new, smash the subscription. Also, all the support is greatly appreciated. Tua or Goff? Oh, man. Tua, I really like this week a lot. I don't care about the cold. He's proved he can play in the cold. You're going to get Waddle back. Cleveland is very bad versus the pass. Goff, they're going to have to score tons of points because their defense is so decimated. Oh, man. I guess, Nathan, I'd ask if you have any of the wide receivers for the Dolphins or the Lions. Because I'd like to play a stack there. That would change my mind a little bit because they're super close. Woolen be on KJ. Woolen only plays one side of the field, Magic. He doesn't shadow all over. So he plays the left side of the field. They'll line up, whoever, wherever. Keenan, DJ, and Rome all mix and match everywhere they go. So they won't be shadowing one. Neighbors, a game time decision. Roll Debo or Thielen. So if Neighbors is out, I'd wait for it, and I'd wait with Debo at the end. I'm not playing Thielen in the championship game. Even though the matchup's great, I can't do it. Can this be the game where McBride gets his tutty? Dude, I cannot believe he's so high on the tight end rankings with no freaking touchdown, bro. It's absolutely bonkers. Ho-I and Vlog Nico killed me. I'm starting AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson. God damn, those wide receivers are lit. You had Nico, AJ, and Jefferson. I'm not starting Brian Thomas over any of them. No. Thomas Carter says DK or Brian Robinson. Also got Kendre, Rico, Spears, and Tracy. I don't like Kendre unless Kamara's out. We won't know that till for a minute. And this kind of sucks as you have DK tonight. Rico, I don't like at all. You can scratch him off. Philly's going to crush him with no CeeDee Lamb. They're just going to stack the boxes. Spears is interesting versus Jacksonville. Tracy, we don't know if he's going to be out there because of practice again. So, man. Hang on, I'm going to look at this real quick. Chicago Bears giving up 37 points a game to the wide receiver. They've dropped a little bit in the past couple weeks, but they're getting crushed by the run. I think it's more of a Charbonnet night. Brian Robinson has a tough matchup versus Atlanta. Man, I guess we're going to have to come back. If you play DK, you're kind of, locked in. I would like to come back to this one and see if Tracy or Tony Pollard is going to be out there. But again, if that's you just not playing DK tonight, so it's different. Thank you for the sub, Hawaii. Smash them likes from BDE. So if you guys are in chat, we will lead right to Big Draft Energy show right after this. I'll be here for another hour, 45 minutes, so fire away whatever you got. Nick says Keenan Allen, Brian Robinson, or Vidal. I'm not playing Vidal. I don't trust that at all. I go Keenan Allen here. Keenan Allen's on fire, man. 4 of 5 20-point games. You got to roll out Keenan. Pollard didn't practice, but Pollard hasn't practiced for the past 2 weeks straight and still played. And the Titans are out of this. So it's like, are they going to play him? It's a very sketchy situation right now. Rico Dotto's my only running back pivot option off of Kamara. Kendre was terrible because Kendre had a terrible matchup. I mean, we all sat there on streams and we were like, dude, do not play Kendre Miller. My under his 50 yards was one of my locks of the game. Now you have a good matchup versus the Raiders. So if Kamara isn't out there, I do like Kendre. And I think Trey Benson's not going to be out there. So I'd look into Michael Carter if they all miss. But I'd rather go Kendre Miller versus Vegas. Daniel says, Nico and Boswell both killed me, unfortunately. Should I start Tua or Herbert? I like Tua over Herbert this week. I like Tua a lot. I think they smash. I think they fight for their life in the playoffs. You get Waddle back. I mean, Jonnu Smith has a great matchup. Tyreek and Waddle both have great matchups. Cleveland's better versus the run than they are the pass by a mile. Hawaii says, final one. If Hurts doesn't go, do we like AR-15 or Bryce Young? I'm not starting Bryce Young in the finals, bro. AR-15, it has to be. 77 Oak Hooch in the building. Shout out to you, brother. How we doing? Merry Christmas to you as well, Daniel. To you and your family. Give me your Mount Rushmore of PPR GOATs. Like all time, my favorite player of all time, and I've been playing fantasy for, Jesus, almost 30-something years from back when we had to mail it in. I go LaDainian Tomlinson. I would go Calvin Johnson. And I would go with Rob Gronkowski. AMG in the building. What's good, brother? I saw your Discord message. I haven't got back to you. I'll get back to you on that. If Pollard doesn't play, I love Spears. If Pollard doesn't play. Spears, massive upside versus Jacksonville Jaguars if Pollard is out. But again, we'll have to wait for that one. Joshua, I didn't even see George with the $9.99. My guy, super chats always to the front of the line. I did not hear the alert. That's super weird. Hang on. Is my headset on? Wow. Well, that's why. Headset wasn't on. My bad, brother. Let me turn these on here real quick. Let me see. Is it working? Okay, there it is. Half PPR Burrows or Daniels. I have Burrows higher this week by 1 spot, so I think you're good either way on that one. Flex, pick one. London, Ford, McMillan, Thielen. I'm going London here. Laporta or Okonkwo. I'm going Laporta, man. Detroit's just got to score at will. I know Okonkwo looks nice. I like Okonkwo a lot. I mean, I have Laporta at 6 or 7 and Chig at 8, so they're side by side. I think you're in a good spot. Starters are Gibbs and Bijan. Damn, that's going to light it up. Nico with a bad start. BTJ. Yeah, I'm going to throw London, and I'm going to throw Laporta. It's play your studs championship time. Thank you for all the content this year, dude. Thank you for all the support, George. All the super chats, man. You're an absolute GOAT. Means the world. Let me catch back up here. With CD out, 1 flex, one wide receiver, Neighbors, Ford, Debo. I definitely cannot sit Keenan Allen with how he's playing. So I'd go like this, Joshua. I'd play Keenan. I'd wait to see if Neighbors plays. I'd rank Neighbors at 2, and then I'd rank Debo right behind him. So play Keenan tonight. Wait to see what happens with Neighbors, and then if Neighbors doesn't go, I'd play Debo. And then you get the last laugh on Monday night too. Jimmy said, I didn't hear your response for Colts versus Dolphins. I have them at defense 1 and 2 is what I said. So, I mean, Dolphins is great against DTR, but we don't know who the quarterback's going to be at Cleveland yet. So, I mean, you're in a good situation either way. The Giants offense is terrible with Drew Lock. So, I mean, neither of the Colts defense isn't really good, but it's just a great matchup. So Cleveland not Cleveland, the Dolphins or the Colts, amazing starts. I heard another super chat down here. Chubbs, 99 cents. Thank you, brother. Thanks for the answer. One more question. Higgins is playing this week. Higgins is going to be out there. I love Higgins' matchup this week too. So what I would do in this situation, if you're looking for one West, is I'd wait to see if Kamara plays, because Kamara is chasing a lot of incentives for his contract bonus. He's chasing 1,000-yard season as well, and they get the Raiders. So I would hold off on Metcalf. I would wait to see if Kamara plays. If Kamara doesn't play, I would play Higgins. And if Higgins doesn't play, I'd play Neighbors. But I think they're going to be out there. The Bengals are fighting for the last playoff spot. Half PPR Chigger and Njoku. I do not trust Njoku with DTR and his knee. I don't even know if he's going to be out there. I haven't seen the update yet. But Chig's volume is better than Njoku's right now, especially with the quarterback situation. AMG in the building. Hope you had a Merry Christmas, brother. Thank you for all the support this year, man. Thank you for the super chat again, George. Daniel says, so in the injury report, Lattimore DMP. Ooh, we're on the clock. Okay. Let me tee up real quick. We are going to go with Jonathan Taylor, because I think he's going to absolutely smash the New York Giants and win people a championship. On the injury report, Lattimore DMP. Sucks that Keenan plays tonight. I mean, Keenan's a good play too. So, I mean, I don't think you're in a bad situation between Keenan or Drake London. Keenan's been on fire. So, kind of hard to ignore that. I'm going to go Bucky. We're going to jump early. David Catavid, what's good, my guy? Madison or Swift? I'm going to play Madison over Swift in my league, in one of my championships. I do not trust Swift. He doesn't get the goal line work. He could, for him to score, he has to either break a 50-yard run or take a screen to the house. It's just tough with Swift. I'd rather take the touchdown upside of Madison versus a terrible Saints team. Alfredo, for the championship, should I start Kyler Murray or Brock Purdy? George Kittle's my tight end. Easy answer there. I'm going Kyler Murray, Brock Purdy and George Kittle all the way. Thank you for the sub, Alfredo. Welcome to the Baller fam. Daniel says, thank you, bro, for all the help with the fantasy, with my fantasy, and also wish my family Merry Christmas to yours as well. Gibson or Miller, along for a friend with Walker out in the championship. Oh, my God. So, I guess you wait to see what happens with Kamara. But I'd probably, that's tough. Is there any other options available on the wire, Daniel, than those two? Get back to me on that one. But I think I go Miller, waiting for Kamara first. Hawaii says, with CD out, do you like Debo, Jaden Reed? I like Jaden Reed as my smash play this week. I like Jaden Reed a ton. He dropped 28.1 points on the Vikings last time. The Vikings ranked 32nd versus the wide receiver. Give me all Jaden Reed this week, even though I know people are sketched out. I really like Jaden Reed a lot. Eagles D. I had Eagles D at 3, even with CD. So the last time the Eagles played the Cowboys was with Dak, and they dropped 20 points, and they were at Dallas. Now they're at home, cold game. Give me the Eagles D all the way. Does Guerrero get enough receptions, and do the Lions give up a lot in that regard? Let me pull this up real quick. So, Detroit Lions, last 4 weeks, receiving to the back. Okay. So let me just go yards. The Detroit Lions struggle heavy in receiving yards. Big time. I'm going to go with Devontae Adams. So they're 31st in the past 4 weeks in receiving yards, giving up 224. They don't give up a lot of targets or receptions, but they give up chunk plays to running backs, which is what Guerrero does in the receiving game. And Shanahan will, scheme up, wheel routes, tons of stuff for Guerrero. That's why I'm really high on Guerrero this week. Hang on, back on the clock. Drake London, why is he so high? I'm going to take Tyreek Hill. Thank you for the super chat. Chubbs, B. Reed says, or do you still prefer the Bills? No, I'll take the Eagles over the Bills now, especially with them out. I am not in any cord, Disco, but if you want to hop in, I'm down. I just saw the message. Kincaid or Chig, I like them both. Here's the interesting thing, and I posted this on my Smash video. When you're playing the Jets had a very good season versus the tight end all year long. Now the injuries have piled up. Their defense is getting crushed by the tight end as of late. Kincaid saw back-to-back 7-target games. Chig's seen back-to-back 10+. But, I think it's going to be a big Kincaid game for some reason. All the research is leading to Kincaid, but I still like them both side by side a lot. Hawaii. CeeDee Lamb just cooked my championship slot. Unbelievable, bro. Last minute, that's so terrible. After the Wednesday Christmas games, they couldn't announce that one day before. That's ridiculous with CeeDee Lamb. Looking like I got to start Jalen Waddle. He's got a good matchup. Not CeeDee Lamb numbers, but still not bad. How do Dowdle and Ferguson move in your rankings with CD out? Ferguson, I don't like Dowdle at all. I don't even like Dowdle with CD in there, with CD out. The matchup is brutal. Look what happened versus Tampa last week, man. You can't run against Philly and Tampa. That's why I'm lower on Chuba Hubbard this week. Ferguson, I like a lot. He goes up a ton. So he probably bounces up into, 6 to 8 range, because Philly's really been struggling. When you look at your phone, it's going to show you red. I'm going to go Neighbors, even though I don't know if he's going to be out there. It's going to show you red on your app or whatever. It's going to say Philly's very good versus the tight end, but they're actually not. So on the season, they've been great. But in the last 4 weeks, Philly's been getting gashed by the tight end. They are in the bottom 10, and they give up 13.6 on the season. So they are on the season, they're getting up 10.1, right? So they're giving up 3 more points average in the past 4 games, and they're number 28th in the red zone in the past 4 games. So high touchdown upside for Ferguson as well. I'm on the clock. Hang on. All right. Let's see. What's up, babe? I'm going to Do I take the gamble on Kamara? Yep. I'll take the gamble. Appreciate all the content this season. Thank you, Chubbs, Jalen Waddle, K9 on IR. Yeah, Charbonnet night is here. If you guys have Zach Charbonnet in your roster, he has to be started this week. Chicago is so bad versus the run. It's almost like a guaranteed 17, 20-point play for Sharb, unless he gets injured or something. But L-Dub, I-Dub, yo, need 2 PPR, Keenan, DJ Moore, Jacoby Myers, start both Chicago wide receivers. Oof, I mean, they've been covering the floor. I think you can go Keenan, DJM here. I do like Jacoby Myers, but there's something about Brock Bowers chasing all the records that kind of scares me away from Jacoby in this matchup. I think they're just going to force feed Brock Bowers like crazy. And those are like things you got to look into, like incentives for rosters, contract bonuses. Like that's why Kamara might play this week, in my opinion, just because all the contract bonuses he can get from this game. Slat says, I'm really going into my championship game with Jalen Waddle at wide receiver 2. CD Lamb. That's so ridiculous what happened with CD. That's just the dumbest thing. We're going Shaker Hawkinson. I'm going Hawkinson. I'm taking the shootout game, and Green Bay they have one weak spot on defense. It's the tight end, and Hawkinson just saw his most snaps of the season since the injury, so you have to like that as well. Breece Hall or Jonathan Taylor. That's Jonathan Taylor, easy. Jonathan Taylor's going to smash this week against the Giants. Simi says DK, Devonta McMillan, JMO, or Shakir. Oh, man, this one's tough. This is a damn good one, Simi. JMO, deep ball threat. McMillan, touchdown streak. Shakir, in and out. Could he bounce back? Devonta Smith, great matchup. Bad game script. DK Metcalf getting a touchdown, but I think Seattle pounds the run more. I'd probably go DK, man, but if not DK, JMO's on fire. So, I mean, that's tough. And you get Monday night. I guess I'd say it, if you're going up against your opponent in the championship and you think that you need the upside play, I'd go for JMO. Like he's going to beat you. If you think you're in a close matchup, I'd go DK. We're on the clock. Hang on. What do I need? What's left? Tight end. All right, we're going to bump up Jake Ferguson. I'm with it. QB at the end here. I'm going to snag Tua because I think Tua is going to go off. Mr. Magic McManus or Elliott? It's got to be Jake Elliott. Has to be Jake. Oh, man. Jalen Hurts. Do I take the gamble? I'm going to go Jordan Love. I like Jordan Love a lot. I got to remind myself to check these if the injuries are out. So when you're looking at McManus and the Vikings game, right? High scoring game could be, I think there's going to be a lot more touchdowns than there are kicks. I'd rather take Jake Elliott where they're just going to plow over the Cowboys with no CD and you're just going to get a solid floor play kicker. I think he's going to be 8 to 10 points easy. I'd rather take that than the risk of McManus. Peanut Butter Jelly says, pick 2, Cup, Spears, McMillan. I'm going Cup and Spears. I'm not going to trust McMillan or Thielen in the championship. I know that Cup's been struggling still. I think he's going to bounce back. It's Arizona. You're at home. And they know he's been struggling. I have this feeling that Cup has a big game. But, again, that's a gut feeling. I can't back that up with how he's been playing. Last one, Bucky or Tua in the super flex 4-point passing TD. Got to play Tua, man. I love Tua this week. But you got to find a way to get Bucky in your lineup. I mean, who the hell is in the rest of your roster if you're in a super flex and Bucky's not in there? Who would you start tonight, Keenan or London? Oh, man, we talked about this one. I love Keenan, too. I like both these wide receivers, like, side by side. Keenan's been on fire. You have a great matchup for Keenan. I mean, London, if there's no Lattimore, he could go nuclear as well with the way that he was targeted by Penix. So, I mean, I think you're in a good situation either way. I think that's a coin flip, man. That's super tough. Derek says, one more Madison or Dowdle. I do not like Dowdle this week at all. I'm not even considering starting him at all. So if you guys have like any Dowdle questions, you don't even need to type Dowdle in. I do not like Rico Dowdle at all. Philly's going to crush them. He's going to eat them alive up front. Look what happened against Tampa. He had to do it all in receiving work. That's going to be the same thing here. What do you think the chances of Neighbors playing are? We kind of got to wait till Friday for the updates usually. I mean, Friday's the big decision day for everything, so I'd hold off on that one. I have Jettis Cup CD starting for the championship, but with CD out, I'm left no choice for Neighbors. I like Neighbors this week if he's out there. He's a volume king. We just have to wait and see what happens with the injury update. Daniel says Corum, Estime, Strong, Akers, and P. Rhyme. She has Kyren, so I figured start away from any other. You mean stray away? Okay. I forget what the question was that Daniel asked above. Thank you for the help, fantasy. Oh, Gibbs or Miller? Okay, I scrolled up. Man. I'm thinking. I like Estime over all of them to find the end zone. Daniel. He kind of came out, took the starting role. I know Jalil's back as well too, but I'd go for the touchdown upside with Estime. If they get in the red zone, he's going to be their goal line back. Alex says full PPR, Kyler, Bryce, or Herbert. I like Herbert in this situation. JMO or Devonta Smith. I like JMO over Devonta Smith just because CD is out. And I don't think the game script's going to need a lot of passing from the Eagles. Unless you have Kenny Pickett. And when Kenny Pickett was out there, he was targeting A.J. Brown more than freaking Jalen Hurts was. So either way you look at it, I'd go JMO. Andrew says full PPR in the flex. Ramondre, Kendre. I'm not playing Kendre Miller. And I don't like Njoku with DTR. In my cord. Got you. I didn't even notice it. BDE. What's good, brother? Can you hear me?
Senor. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Merry Christmas, brother.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Merry Kwanzaa.
You know, happy Hanukkah. Make it rain.
Yes, sir. Happy Eid. All that.
47 people in here. What is good, everybody? Merry Christmas. Smash the like, smash the sub. All the support's appreciated. I hope you guys had a happy holiday. We're going to try and get through all the rest of these here. We're going to save all the Pick-EMs talk disco for your stream, so we don't jump into that.
Perfect.
PBJ says, for the desperate CD owners, Turpin would be the wild card of the week. He's the playmaker. He could be. If you are ballsy enough to start Cavante Turpin, that's risky, man, but he could be. And he's the punt return kick returner, too. B-Town says Swift or Mooney. Man, I don't like Swift this week at all. Do you like Swift, BDE, or no?
I don't hate him. So like let's look at the game script, right? Despite Charbonnet being the guy, he's still coming off of an injury and relatively banged up. So with that being said, like we think that Seattle's going to have to air it out, and if Seattle has to air it out to keep Seattle's high-powered offense off of the game, DeAndre Swift needs to be involved. And then when I'm looking at the numbers for the advantageous matchups, so let's just look at the last 4 weeks.
I don't like DeAndre Swift.
It's not very advantageous for DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I don't like him at all.
I'm just trying to find where it would be good to fit DeAndre Swift in here to rationalize him.
I'd look at it like he's a low-end RB3 because he doesn't even see the goal line work either. So, I mean, he'd have to score from 50 out. That's what I was saying earlier. I'd try and stay away from Swift, but I'm not really high on Mooney either.
Well, it's the 11th most advantageous matchup on the week. Seattle, over the last 4 weeks, has given up an average of 24.75 fantasy points to opposing running backs. Let's see if there's touchdown equity there.
They played Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, James Conner, and Breece Hall in the past 4 weeks.
Yeah, and I mean, like, and for what it's worth, there's no touchdown equity. So let's look at where it's very advantageous for a receiving back. So it's the 4th most advantageous matchup when it comes to receptions allowed for opposing running backs. If we're factoring in the last 4 weeks, they've allowed 23 over the last 4 weeks. Divide that by 4, that's well over 5. Receiving yards, they've allowed the 6th most at 181 yards. And touchdowns, they've allowed the most receiving touchdowns to opposing backs. So if it's PPR format, I think if you're going for a ceiling play to rationalize it, DeAndre Swift might be a very good play.
I mean, God, he's tough in between the tackles, but I think he'd be your safe floor play out of these two, is what I would say, right? Over Mooney.
Who's the other option?
Mooney.
Oh, I mean, I think Swift is the ceiling play, and Mooney would probably be the safer floor play.
Oh yeah, Yeah, I'd say Swift, but it's close. I'd say Swift's your safe floor play, but I don't like either one really. But
I'm leaning Swift personally.
I'm leaning Swift as well. Steven says I have King Henry and Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor. You already won. Just give yourself the championship. It is over. King Henry, Gibbs, and Jonathan Taylor. I'm starting them over Brees all day, every day. Mango says my lineup for the championship game is Kyler Murray. I do not trust Kyler Murray at all. Barkley, H&J season. Brian Thomas Jr., Bowers, Miami D. You are lit, except for Kai gave you a 0. Garrett Wilson on my bench. Do I start him over Cup? Who's your other quarterback, though? I'm trying to stay away from Kyler this week. I feel like their season's over. There's a lot of turmoil going on with the Cardinals. Their fucking locker room is shambles. I don't think I trust Kyler at all. Do you like Garrett Wilson over Cooper Kupp? I think Cooper Kupp has a big week.
Indoors, I think Cooper Kupp should have a big week. I need him to have a massive week so I can potentially win first in the Drafters Mini. So I'm going to selfishly bet on Cooper Kupp.
I like Cooper Kupp as well. I mean, dude, it's just been force feed Devontae Adams all the way, which is crazy. I mean, he's averaging like 12 targets a game over the past 4, and Garrett Wilson's averaging like 5. So, I mean, I think I'm going Kupp, even though it's risky. Sack says, thoughts on DeAndre Swift? We just talked about it, man. Probably a safe floor play, 8 to 10 with a possible touchdown upside. You know he doesn't get the goal line work. Depends on who you're starting him over. Like, I'm barely starting Swift over Alexander Madison, and I don't even really like that. So, it's risky right now. 60 plus views, absolute goats in the building. That is the most we have ever hit all season long. Thank you guys for all the support. Absolutely amazing. Smash those likes. Thank you guys for all the subs. Thank you guys for all the super chats. Everything. It's been awesome. Bryce Long says pick 2 to start: Neighbors, Cup, Jennings, Spears. If Pollard misses, I'm starting Spears. If not, I'm going Neighbors and Cup. Simi says, yeah, I'm currently projected to win by 6, so I think I'm going to go with DK over JMO. Okay, I like that. B. Reed says, how do you feel about Brandon Aubrey? Would you go Cardi over him? So, man, with no CD Lamb, we don't know Jalen Hurts is going to be out there either. So it could be a Pickett game, which would be more enticing for Aubrey. And the Eagles don't have to rush anything back with, the NFC. They have that second spot locked up because the Packers, Lions, and Vikings are all in the same division, so they can't get 2 buys.
Who was the other option?
He did Cardi. I liked Cardi last week versus the Jets. Or what? Yeah, that was when I was Tahoe.
I'm just trying to. So Arizona over the last 4 weeks has given up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 8th most advantageous matchup to kickers, whereas Philadelphia has been bottom 5, so not very advantageous. You're looking at close to double-figure kicker points if you go against Arizona's defense. So I'm going to lean Cardi here.
I'm going Cardi as well. I just don't like how it's going to look for the Cowboys. And that's crazy to sit Brandon Aubrey, who just went bonkers last week.
I mean, situation is everything, right?
It is, yeah. Pyro, what's up, my guy? He says, my starters, Jaden Daniels, Jacobs, Bijan. That's lit. I do think it's going to be a lower Josh Jacobs game here, guys. I don't think it's going to be one of his pop 20-point games. But he's still a start, obviously. But Higgins, Jettas, Brock, BTJ, benches, Kamara. I would put Kamara over BTJ if he plays. That's the only change I would make. Let me know what kicker, Richard, Lutz, Zane, or Moody. Man, I got Richard very high this week. I'm going to lean Will the Thrill here, Bryce. Dr. Creator, choose 2 flex. Tracy Neighbors, Garrido, Jay Season. Also, we have Kyler Murray and Bo Nix. So I like Garrido a lot. Jay Season cannot be on any bench, period. He's so good. But man, I think I'm going Bo Nix over Kyler. Do you like Bo over Kyler?
I mean, I'm starting every quarterback and receiver against the Cincinnati Bengals. So, yeah, I would say so.
Right. I don't even – I mean, the Cardinals are done, shambles. I don't think I trust Kyler at all.
Yeah, and wait, here's more news. Both of his left tackles, Jonah Williams and I forgot what the other guy's name is. Both of them are injured and out for the rest of the season. So, yeah, Kyler's going to be running for his life. I don't like the game script for Kyler at all.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna lean Bo Nix over Kyler. Other running backs are Cook and A-Chain. Yeah, you can't change anything, Chubbs. Those are must-start superstars. I'm gonna go London. I'm not against that at all. That's what I mean. If London and Keenan are like right there, man, it's gonna be tough. Debo or Tracy Davis. We don't know if Tracy's gonna be out there. He didn't practice again yet today. If he's out there, I really like the matchup versus the Colts. I also like Debo versus the Lions too. So I'm not against either one. But we will be live for the rest of the week as well. We'll be live, Saturday, Sunday. So as the injury updates come in, we can look more into that because as of right now, we just don't know. Thank you for the sub, David. Welcome to the Baller fam. Chubb says full PPR. I forgot what Chubb said. Hang on here. Jim with the super chat, always to the front of the line. Thank you for the $5 hauler. Higgins, Rain, and questionable. Should I bench him for Thielen? I'm still playing Higgins. I'm still playing Higgins all the way. Bo Nix or Goff. Goff is too hard to sit right now for me. I know Bo Nix has a great matchup. You like Goff or Nix, Disco?
I'm playing the point total there. I'm going with Goff, but yeah.
That's the highest game on the week too, projected.
Yeah.
So I definitely rolling out that. Chubbs McGee, fire it back. I forgot what it was. Oh, never mind. My other running backs are Cook, A-Chain, full PPR. Yeah, you're not sitting into them. Sorry, I caught up. Lock up Swift over 12.5 receiving yards. I love that prop tonight. So if you're in the show right now, this is for you guys. Start sit. I'll be live for another hour, 15 minutes. We will lead into the guy that's in my Discord right now, co-host of the show, Big Draft Energy. You don't even have to leave the stream. It will lead right into his show. And then we're going to look into every pick'em we like. And freaking, we were on fire last week, guys. It was crazy. Gibbs twisting an ankle Monday night. I'm assuming you're going against him. God, Gibbs looked, dude, like everything we wanted when Gibbs was out there by himself. It was freaking amazing. Flash says, Dicker, Richard, Ryland, or Cardi at kicker. Oh, man, I like Richard a lot. I do like Dicker as well. I mean, New England, let's go like this. Let me match up this one. Let's go past 4 weeks instead of the season here. So Chargers are number one worst versus the kicker, which is interesting. New England Patriots versus the kicker have been, they're about 8.3 points. So about middle of the pack there. And when I'm looking at Will the Thrill going against Green Bay is tough versus the kicker. They give up 5 points. I'd probably go Dicker, honestly. Even though I ranked Will higher, now that I'm looking at the matchups, or Cardi. I like Cardi too. Jellyman in the building. I sent you a text, brother. Check it out. We're going to be having some drinks and people over here for the game. Shoot me a text or something while we're live here. Dwayne says, do you start Zach Charbonnet? You start Zach Charbonnet everywhere you can tonight, but I don't think I'm going to start him over Bucky or Josh Jacobs, Mike Evans, or A.J. Brown. But you got to find a way to get him in. I like Charbonnet for 17-20 tonight. A-Rod looks like he's good to go, Juice. A-Rod looks like, I don't know why he's playing in week 17 at age 41, but he's out there. A-Can and Sharps are the running back. I love them both. Who do I flex? Spears, Chig, or Shakir? Do you like Knicks this week? Not sure if Hurts is playing. I do like Knicks this week. I ranked him higher this week than any previous week before. The Bengals, you have to score at will. Their defense is terrible. So I like Knicks a lot, but I don't know if I'm playing him over Jalen Hurts if he's out there. That's risky. I think I would go. Do you like Shakir this week? Disco over Spears or the floor of Spears?
Sorry, I had to mute myself. My dogs were barking there. Here's my thing with Spears. He's been electric down the stretch, and we saw something very similar with him last season.
Right.
But with that being said, it's completely indicative of Pollard playing or not. I think Shakir has one of the better matchups in football, if not the best matchup in football for a slot wide receiver. But then again, the Bills' offense just don't do what they should. Like last week was an absolute headache. Like only 11 carries for James Cook.
Crazy.
Absolutely insane. And he was absolutely cooking them. So yeah, with that being said, I'm leaning Shakir regardless. But if Pollard's out, I think Spears is definitely the safer floor play in a good matchup.
I think I still like Spears even with it. I mean, Pollard's been hampered. They're not using him at the goal line either. So I think I still like Spears. But Shakir does have a good matchup. That's a great point you brought up. I would say I'd use it like this. If your matchup, like I said earlier, if your matchup looks like you're going up against a superstar team, I would take the ceiling of Shakir. If you think it's going to be close and you need the floor points, I would go Spears. Because I like Spears versus Jacksonville. And if Pollard's out, you're smashing Spears in there. The Juice, is the weather bad enough in Denver to start Kyler over Knicks? No, I'm not starting Kyler over Knicks. And you just got the update. Can you guys hear him in Discord on stream, by the way? Let me know if you can hear Discord, like type of 1 or something. He just brought up the point that both tackles are out for the Cardinals as well. So Kyler's going to be running for his life. Great point to look at this week. If you want to lose, go ahead and bench T. No damn way I am benching him in a game. Bengals have to win and have a chance to get in the playoffs. Yeah, T's going to be a great play this week. I have him at wide receiver 12. Isaiah, what's up, my man? Goff or Knicks? I like Goff way too much this week. They have to score at will. Brees, Bijan, Nico, AJ Brown, McBride, Kels. You already got to a nice start with Kels. He smashed. Yeah, I think your lineup's great. I'm definitely going Goff, though. Thank you for the sub, Isaiah. Welcome to the Baller Fam. 16-man dynasty. That's what I like to hear. I love 14, 16-man leagues. They're so much more competitive. It's great. Does this Packers-Vikings game matter for either team? It's huge. So if you look at it like this, so if the Packers win the game, right? So you got 2 games left. Packers win this game tonight or this week, they will be 1 game back, right? So Minnesota Vikings come into week 18. If they lose to the Packers, which I think they will, I'm taking the Packers to win this game. The Minnesota Vikings play the Lions next, and the Packers play the Bears next. So if the Lions beat the Vikings, then they move up to a higher seed. So definitely. And a chance for more home field in the playoffs, depending on, who wins and loses. Jeremy says, my lineup, half PPR, Purdy, Evans, AJ, Kyren, Sharps, BTJ in the flex, Bowers, Colts. I love that lineup. I'm not changing anything. Jennings, Keenan, Thielen, JMO, JK Dobbins, Dolphins. I have Dolphins, D, and the Colts. These are my 1 and 2. I might go Dolphins over Colts, by the way, if DTR is out there as quarterback. So make sure you're paying attention to that update. BTJ or Keenan Allen, Disco? BTJ or Keenan Allen?
So from what I'm researching, Witherspoon lines up in the slot, and he defends the slot, and he's their best defender for Seattle. And that's where Keenan Allen's been running the vast majority of his work. But once again, like Keenan's one of those plays where it's tough to really ever sit him. But I'm going to lean BTJ here. Just it's a good matchup. He's been eating. He's shown that he's been eating with what's his face, Mac Jones, that scumbag. So he hasn't been hampered by Mac Jones holding him back. So I'm gonna lean that way. I'm gonna go BTJ. I think Keenan. I need Keenan to be. So 2 guys I need to absolutely be go nuclear this week. Play tonight for my best ball, and that's Cole Kmet and that's Keenan Allen. So I'd be okay if both. I have BTJ and Keenan both. So yeah, I'm saying it's a DJ Moore night. Hopefully a little bit of Cole Kmet. I'm not really high on Keenan Allen this week.
Ooh, okay. I think Keenan's matchup proof at this point with how it's been for the past 5 weeks.
He has been getting a lot of volume. If I'm looking at the volume breakdown right now,
crazy.
He's been getting the 6th most targets in the last 2 weeks,
and four out of 5 20+ point games.
Yeah, it's absolutely absurd. You have great options with both of them, though, for what it's worth.
Yeah, I mean, I like the breakdown. I would go Keenan over BTJ by a little bit. Keenan's on fire right now. Even with the weather at Denver, yeah, I don't trust Kyler Murray, dude. 2 tackles out, Kyler's shambles, the whole locker room shambles. I'm not starting Kyler Murray. Andrew says, choose 2 between Brees, Jay Season, and Evans. Oh, my God. Brees Hall is a very good matchup, but hasn't been Brees Hall. Jay Season cannot sit. Mike Evans cannot sit. Brees cannot sit. Man, I mean, that's tough, Kai. I guess. Oh, Brees, Jay Season, Evans. Who you sitting, Disco? Man, that's as tough as it gets.
I'm gonna say
I like Brees this week too.
I love Brees this week, but it's too volatile. So I'm gonna say based off of the volatility, I'm sitting Brees.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do as well. I mean, Evans and Jay Season have to be starts. George says, do you think the weather will factor in Burrow's game script this week? The Bengals are going all out. I know the weather looks bad. I don't care. He's from Cincy. He plays in the cold. I'm not worried about him, Chase, Higgins, or Chase Brown.
Yeah, that just makes me more bullish on Chase Brown, who is also on that roster. I'm sweating it so hard, buddy.
RCA says James Cook or Zach Charbonnet. I like Zach Charbonnet over James Cook this week. That's how high I am on Zach Sharp tonight. The Bears, guys. Go ahead.
I'm not there with you on Zach Charbonnet. I'm not.
Oof. The Bears. Okay. Then stand on business right here. The Bears, the past 4 weeks are the worst versus the running back. They give up the second most yards. They give up the second most touchdowns on the ground. He's played 80% snaps, RB1 bell cow usage in the past 2 weeks when K9 was out. Why do you not like Charbonnet?
It's not that I don't like him. I think everything you said was absolutely bang on. Your assessment is perfect. Everything that you're saying is perfect. But he's hurt, and he's playing hurt, and I don't like guys who are playing hurt. I'd rather play guys who are healthy and good and explosive in an offense that should win and perform in an advantageous matchup, and that's James Cook. I don't like playing hurt guys, especially on championship week. And you know what? If Charbonnet goes off, shame on me, but I'm not benching James Cook ever.
Yeah, it's tough to bench James Cook, that's for sure. Oh. We had a
business.
We had a glitch in the matrix here. Hang on. What's going on here? We're frozen. Hang on. My chat just froze out.
I got your stream up, and it looks like you're buffering.
Is it? Babe, are you on the Wi-Fi or anything? Oh, okay. Hang on, guys. Give me 1 second here. What, are we getting a storm? Hang on. We're coming back here. Let's see. We might have had a little glitch in the matrix. I missed a lot of the chat here, so let me pop back up here.
I can hear you fine on stream. Your stream's still up.
Okay, hang on. How do I grab the... Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I gotta reset this.
You got too many viewers, man. That's what's happening.
Okay, let's see if it's back. All right, I think we're back. I don't know where I'm at on the chat now. I got to go way back to find out where we're at. Weather in Denver, even with the weather in Denver. Okay. James Cook, we're back. Chig or Njoku? I'm going Chig. I do not like Njoku with DTR, and I just do not trust that guy. He looked terrible. Miami, definitely Pyro. That one's easy for me. I love Miami versus DTR. Colts is my number 1D versus the Giants. So if you can get Colts or Miami, I'd smash them both. Daniel says if it's not too much trouble, big draft, London or Keenan. Oh yeah, he gave it to you. London or Keenan, who do you like, BD? For the double opinion.
Well, like here's just so we're staying consistent, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the injury that Drake London had last week?
It was a hip pointer or something.
It wasn't the hamstring?
No.
Okay, so based off of targets, usage, and matchup, I'm going to go with London.
Lattimore may not be out there too. He's questionable.
I mean, Lattimore doesn't worry me. Just the same way.
PS2 never mind. It was Drake London was hamstring. I'm wrong. Hamstring.
Okay, so if it's hamstring, I'm going Keenan.
Ooh, I like that. It's a hammy Daniel. He's going Keenan. Aruba, I like Keenan tonight, bro. He's been on fire. Like that's starting Keenan Allen in a flex should be easy call.
I mean, Drake London's usage, you can't deny it.
Oh, dude, Penix was targeting him heavy.
Yeah,
heavy. Shakir over Uncle Rico. Yeah, I do not like Rico at all. Rico Dowdle is not even a thought for me as a flex this week at all. The Juice says, I want to run Kyler. That's what's been missing from him this season. He's been skittish running. Even his dad and uncle were asking him why he's been afraid to run. If you want to start him, go with your gut, bro. Go with your gut. I just do not like Kyler this week. Not Will Fisher, Gino, Caleb, or Bryce this week in the championship. How about Bryce Young? Disco, you like that throw out?
Gino, Caleb, or Bryce Young? I mean, it's if we're talking about game script, Gino has the most favorable game script. If we're talking about somebody who has like just been throwing the ball a heck of a lot, it's Caleb. Bryce Young, it's like in a good spot. He's bad in a bad spot.
I don't trust him.
Good. It's just tough to trust him. Tough to love him. So I'm not going to trust him or love him this week. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, but I'm going to go with Caleb. I'm personally playing Caleb. So
I'm going with Caleb as well here. I just don't trust Gino. I think it's more of a ground game. Mark Castaneda, what is good, my guy? Happy holidays to you. Welcome to the channel, brother. I haven't seen you in a minute. Miss you, man. We need to catch up, bro. Let me know when you're back in town. If you're in town too, we're having people tonight for the game and some drinks over here. Keenan is eating tonight from the juice ever since they changed the. Oh, dude, the Bears coaching staff was a problem from the start of the season. We alluded to that in so many videos. I'm glad they're out. They killed the whole season.
We even said it preseason.
We were like, and we said that we don't think Caleb's going to get to 4,000 yards because the staff, and he's not.
What question? Do we think that James Conner is going to play this week?
Practice limited twice. I mean, it looks like he is, but why would he be out there when the season's over? Right? That's risky. I mean, it just gave him an extension.
Do we think Trey Benson plays?
Michael Carter. Trey Benson hasn't practiced all week or last week.
That's so stupid. Like, there's so many game scripts that are completely ruined based off of certain injuries.
And it's because of this stupid Christmas week, bro. How do they have the championship when you have games on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday? It's just killer.
Well, they got to maximize their viewership. I mean, business decision, absolutely brilliant. I respect the move, the money move. But, like, if I'm looking at, like, the CeeDee Lamb situation, he was the only thing that kept that game very interesting. So A.J. Brown, no matter what now, like, I love the target share that A.J. Brown got with Kenny Pickett. I just hate that Kenny Pickett doesn't throw catchable targets. Saquon Barkley, he might not get full go. Devonta Smith, the whole thing is really, really ugly.
Oh, no, Saquon is getting the full go. Saquon is chasing Eric Dickerson. He's going full go for sure.
Yeah, but he can also get that on 2 snaps against the New York Giants in Week 18.
Right. Yeah, I know. But, I mean, he's going to go full go. He's got this, bro. He's breaking the record.
It's just, the game script's very interesting now. Like, do I trust Brandon Cooks? Do I go with Tolbert? Does Ferguson finally have a breakout fucking game?
Fergie should.
I'm leaning Fergie. Honestly, that's where my head's at.
RCA says pick 2 Superflex, PPR Kyler Murray, Jacoby Myers. I'm trying to stay away from Kyler, but if you have, Superflex, you got to. Jacoby Myers, James Cook, definitely, and Charbonnet. Easy for me there. I don't even question that one at all. Kyler, James Cook, Charbonnet. Disco's going to agree on that one easy. Thank you for the sub, Gabriel. Welcome. Super chats always straight to the top. Thank you, Adrian. Raiders or Chargers, D? Oh, I'm going Chargers, bro. The Raiders are missing everyone. I know they have a great matchup. I just don't trust anybody from the Raiders defense, man. Chargers are playing for something. Raiders are not. I don't even know why the Raiders decided to win last week and lose the first pick. They're freaking retarded.
I mean, I'm not sitting a defense. I'm never sitting a defense against the New Orleans Saints right now. I can't do it.
You still, the Chargers defense is way better.
I'm still not sitting the Raiders defense against the Saints. The Saints can't move the ball. We were so out on Kendrick Miller last week. We were out on everything New Orleans Saints because they're awful. They're going to continue to be awful.
They do have Chris Olave back.
It was great. It means nothing. It means diddly squat, nada. I'm playing anybody against the New Orleans Saints. I think the Patriots, even against a formidable defense, they put up some significant numbers, and they're a big threat. They are a big threat.
And if you guys are in chat right now, and Chris Olave is available on your waivers, that is a flex play I like this week that you can pick up because he's been out all year long. Slot says my team: Burrow, Achane, Bijan, love that. London, Waddle, Hawk, Garendo, love that. Allen, his is Allen, Spears, Robinson. Oh, B-Rob has a tough matchup. Spears with Pollard. Spears been popping. Hill, Sutton has a good matchup. Bowers and DK. I think, oh man, that's going to be super close, bro, because Josh Allen is that fantasy cheat code that could just go nuclear. So tough for me to bet against Allen, especially coming off a bad game. I'm gonna wish you the best, and I think it's gonna be close, bro. Chris Thompson says PPR pick 3, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. Jay Season has to be a start. He's no longer a question. London, Neighbors, Garrett Wilson, or Jerome Ford. I'm going with London and Neighbors here. Do you like Garrett Wilson or Ford over London and Neighbors, Disco, or no?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Nickam says, just heard Disco's take on Sharp. I have no choice to play him. Monty got hurt. Dude, I love Sharps tonight. I absolutely love Charbonnet tonight. He's going to absolutely feast.
If you have no choice, he's as good of a choice as you possibly can play, right? But like what it comes down to is like the healthy guy. And I don't like personally, I cannot advise, especially if the option is James Cook. But if it's like Charbonnet and no other choice, or Charbonnet and a Jerome Ford, then yeah, it's Charbonnet. Charbonnet is now RB11 on my league, but James Cook is RB4.
Oh, even with his usage, that's you love Cook, so I can't lie about that. And you've been
I
nailing the calls too. Yeah, yeah. I got Nixon displaying the pros and cons. Dude, I like Nix a ton over him, whether or not. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, Kyler, he just looks disengaged from football. It's terrible. That pass on the sideline last week, I was like, this guy's done.
I love Bo Nix for an anytime touchdown this week, and his longest rush prop is absolute money.
Oh, the longest rush? It's going to hit this week? I like it.
I mean, no other team's given up more rushing yards to opposing quarterbacks than the Cincinnati Bengals.
I love Garendo this week, slap. And I love Garendo for multiple of reasons. So the Detroit Lions, 16 players on IR, 10 defensive starters out. The number one thing that Shanahan schemes up is routes for Garendo, and that is where Detroit is getting gashed right now, is by the pass game from the running back. I like Garendo a ton this week. A lot. I have an RB, I think 12 or 13. I don't remember. Peanut butter jelly. As soon as COD came out, I benched Kyler for Bryce. See? He knows. I do not like Kyler, bro. Caleb scores a TD tonight. You like rushing TD from Caleb? I can see that. Darnold or Baker from EB? Oh, Darnold is on fire in a shootout game.
Baker.
It is a tough matchup. I think I'm going, man, you don't think it's more of a Bucky pound the run, Rachaad White game?
I think there's going to be a mix of that, but I also think that Baker needs to win this game in order for them to have any sort of hopes and dreams in the playoffs. So Baker's got to go nuclear. I'm going Baker 100%.
Man, I'm gonna push back. I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna go with Sam Darnold here. I think you're gonna have to pass more in this game. I think it's gonna be a shootout game, and I think you're gonna get a lot more points in this game than you are the Carolina Bucks game.
I respect it.
It's close though. I have Baker 8 and Darnold 7. So I mean, it's not like you're missing much. Can the weather be a factor for Keenan? Dude, weather, rain, short passes, that's where Keenan lives. Keenan's seeing too much volume. Adrian says, start 2, DJ Moore, Sutton, Breece Hall. I like Breece Hall as the number 1 here. Cowboys defense, definitely not the Cowboys defense versus the Eagles, unless Kenny Pickett's out there, but I still don't like the Cowboys defense versus the Eagles. I'd try to find like the Rams D or something over there. I don't like the Seahawks tonight either. If you have Indy, if you have the Colts, Chargers, Browns, those are my top defenses right there over those if they're available.
Browns?
Oh, not Dolphins. Sorry, target the Browns. Okay. Dolphins. Thank you guys. Go Hawks. Let's go Hawks. My Niners are out. I'll root for your Hawks. Fucking terrible season for us. Tampa or Raiders D. I'm going Raiders D here. Bring back Olave so he can try to catch murder balls from Rattler. Dude, Rattler's been terrible. Ridley or BTJ, that's BTJ. I don't even care if it's the revenge game for Calvin Ridley. Dude, Brian Thomas Jr., guys, is the top 7 wide receiver. I put it on Twitter. I posted it out. I was like, I'm never going to say to sit BTJ again unless it's like superstars. And it went freaking viral. Thank you for the sub, Doctor. Clutch, welcome to the Baller Fam. West Up says Ford or Spears. I like Spears this week, man. If Miami has any weakness, it's the pass game. Ford had a big game last week. I loved Ford last week. I don't think I like him over Spears this week. I may have to start Darnold, TJ, and Jefferson this week in my cook. No, I like all of them. I like it to be a shootout game. I mean, look at the over-under. It's 48.5. They're fighting for their divisions. They're fighting for a playoff spot. I like all the Vikings, and I like Jada Reed to smash this week.
And it's a divisional rivalry. You got to bet on the divisional rivalry as well.
B-Town says Ridley, Swift, or Mooney. Oh, what do you like here? Ridley, Swift, or Mooney?
I'd say Swift
I like Ridley.
For the ceiling, Ridley for the floor.
Yep. I'd look at your matchup, B-Town. Disco just nailed that. I go Swift is like a 7 to 8, point floor game. You have the Ridley revenge game narrative. And I don't think I'd put Mooney up with either one of them. So if you need the floor play switch, you need the ceiling play, the revenge game narrative is nice. Cup or Thielen, I'm going Cup. You're at home. He's going to bounce back. George says, any strategy of not starting 2 players from the same team? I have Gibbs and Laporta, as well as Bijan and London starting right now. I have Okonkwo and Thielen should feast at Tampa Bay. So, Thielen's that up or down guy. I know Xavier Leggette's going to miss. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm still rolling out Gibbs and Laporta and Bijan and London over Okonkwo and Thielen. Are you changing any of those, Disco, or are you rolling those out?
Sorry. Any strategy of not starting 2 players from the same team? I have Gibbs and Laporta. I think it's okay. I don't love Laporta this week for what it's worth, and I'm the original Laporta supporter, as well as Bijan in London starting right now. I have Okonkwo, Thielen. Who should? What's the rest of the question?
He's saying, should I put in Okonkwo and Thielen to stop the starting the 2 players?
No, don't do that.
I mean, Okonkwo, it's got a great matchup. It could rain in Jacksonville as well. I mean, I'm still playing my studs here. I mean, it's the championship. I'm not throwing out Okonkwo and Thielen over Laporta and London. Thank you for the sub, homie. Welcome to the Baller Fan, my guy. Fire away the questions, guys. We have about 50 minutes left, and then we're going to go to Disco Stream, who is in Discord right now, and that's where we go over every single pick-em for every single game. And last weekend, guys, we absolutely crushed it. Thank you for helping going Keenan tonight. Go ahead.
Last Thursday, we had a 10x'er.
Dude, 10x'er hit. I was like 23 out of 31. Disco was like 220 out of like 240. It was freaking crazy, bro. Going Keenan tonight. I like it. I like Keenan tonight. BTJ, it is. BTJ is a stud. And the guy you're hearing in my ear right now, if you haven't been to his stream, called out that Brian Thomas Jr. be a top 10 wide receiver in the preseason. Wild. Joseph says Richardson, Purdy, or Murray. I think I'm going to go Purdy here. The Lions defense is banged up. I do like Richardson, but he hasn't practiced, and I'm not trusting Kyler Murray in the finals. He's looked so terrible. It's crazy. I trust your call earlier. Just curious how you and BDE feel about starting multiple players from the same team when you have the good options on the bench. I'm still riding my studs there. If Drake London on the hamstring and it's questionable coming up, maybe Thielen, because the hamstring is always one of the worriest injuries that you can have. Thielen has a great matchup. It's still hard to bench Drake London for Thielen, though, man. It is.
Even if Drake London is like a full participant in practice, you can't replicate game reps.
Right.
And like we saw Mike Evans with a hamstring go down. So the injury risk in game is a lot higher than the injury risk in practice, because practice, they're trying to, keep the players alive and not have like a Teddy Bridgewater situation where they absolutely destroy their knees in the preseason. So it's like, it's one of those iffy situations where if you really need the ceiling play, I'd go London, but like I'm also very hesitant. Yeah, and I'm a Drake London truther for what it's worth.
I feel the same way. It's super hard not to play Drake London over Thielen. Homie says made it to the ship. Daniels, Gibbs, Chase Brown, B-Rob. So B-Rob I'm a lot lower on this week. Neighbors, Bucky, DJ Moore, Bowers, Aubrey, Miami. Have the Colts D. I'd roll Miami over the Colts with DTR if he's out there. I do like Colts as my number 1 defense, but if Jameis Winston's out there, it changes things for the Miami game. Bates, love Bates. Lamb, McMillan, Rashad White on the bench. Any changes? So I would throw out B-Rob, and I would get Bucky in for B-Rob. Definitely. I would go Neighbors, DJ Moore. And, man, I guess you got to go B-Rob after all. I mean, take the touchdown upside there. Rashad White's been phased out of the game. He got all that in garbage time last week. It was ugly. Yeah, I mean, it's the Bucky show now. I think I'd leave it how you have it. I like that. West Up says Pollard or Spears. I'm still going Pollard if he's out there. I can't believe Spears has been stealing these touchdowns in the past 2 weeks. It's been bonkers. I'm still going Tony Pollard. $5 or $2 holler, always to the top with the super chat. Question and chat. I appreciate y'all. I got you. Did I pass it? Oh no, it's up here. Okay. Non-PPR, here's the lineup. Would you change anything? JD5? Nope. Breece Hall? Nope. Spears, that's a questionable. Wide receiver, Jettas must start. London, questionable. McBride, flex. Rashad White. So, Disco, you're going to love this one, all right? Pull this one up. I'm making a lot of changes here. We buy homes near you. I'm taking out Spears and I'm putting in Garendo. And I'm taking out Rashad White and I'm putting in Jaden Reed. What do you like there, Disco? Any of those?
I love your calls there. Great assessment.
Yep. I'm taking out Spears, I'm putting in Garendo, and I'm taking out Rashad White, and I'm putting in Jaden Reed. I think Jaden Reed is an absolute championship winner this week. Dropped 28 points on Green Bay last time. Or not on Green Bay, on Minnesota last time. At Green Bay. Now you're in a dome, no weather. It's going to be electric. Oh! $50 holler from George. The man, the myth, the legend. I saw you drop the same thing on Disco Stream, man. You're an absolute GOAT. Thank you so much, man. All the support's greatly appreciated. Thank you for all the solid content this year. Keep it rolling. You helped me get to the ship in a massive home league. Just wanted to say thanks for not being afraid to making calls. You guys both rock. Thank you, man. We love hearing, like, when you guys come back, when you win, or calls that we made help you out. I mean, Disco's changed my outlook on fantasy football, too. I can't believe I met the guy. It's absolutely great.
Don't give me any credit, man. It's all you. You're a beast, dude.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying you've changed my outlook on different things in fantasy, too, that I never looked at.
I appreciate that.
B-Rob got benched last week because he fumbled twice. I mean, still, Atlanta's been very good versus the running back, man. So look at it like this. So let's go season long here, right? So season long PPR, right? Atlanta Falcons. They rank right now at 11th, giving up 20.9, okay? In the past 4 weeks, Atlanta versus the running back has dropped that number. They are 5th best against the running back, giving up 17.5. They've given up I don't want to get it wrong here. Hang on. They've given up the 3rd least yards rushing in the past 4 games. They've only allowed 237 yards. Their run D has gotten stellar over the past couple weeks here. So I know they've had also a very easy schedule, so you could look at that as well. So, like, if I go here and I pull up the Falcons, right? Yeah, their run D got better because they played, the Raiders and the Giants, right? Makes sense. But they got the Chargers with Gus Edwards, which he wasn't doing shit, and then Minnesota. So it has been an easy schedule all around. Still, their run D's gotten a lot better. Could he fall in the end zone? Yes. I'm just not high on him this week. Homie says, thanks, had to sub out Lamb, so basically you have to flex B-Rob, White, or McMillan. Man, do you like B-Rob, Rashad White, or McMillan in full PPR?
I mean, McMillan's been fucking absolutely spectacular.
Do you trust it, though, again?
I mean, I'm not going to not trust it.
Over Rashad White? Against Carolina?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. I think Rashad White's going to get some receiving upside, but if they do throw the ball, they're going to throw the ball downfield. So I'm going to say that I like McMillan. I like his floor as like a 5 reception, 58 receiving yards with touchdown upside.
So, and where do you put B-Rob at?
B-Rob, like, here's the thing. I think his usage is going to be there. He never has back-to-back, like, horrible games. He's one of those guys where it's like, I'd rather die than disappoint my team twice in a row. I think his usage is going to be plus. I think he's going to get really good usage, and I think B-Rob's going to have a safe floor. Where it's an advantageous matchup, if we're just not looking at, like, us giving ourselves a narrative, is something he doesn't really do well, but he has shown glimpses of being brilliant as a pass catcher.
Sometimes.
He has shown glimpses, right? And that's where there's an advantageous matchup for him in that area. So if he can get the receiving upside in his PPR format, then you're looking at a top 15 running back easily. So I think B-Rob, he's a better play based off of volume than Rashad White. I think McMillan is the best play out of all of them, but I'm not like B-Rob.
But he's touchdown dependent with McMillan.
Yeah, I think McMillan gets 5 receptions for 58 yards, which will translate into double-digit fantasy points.
Otten is back as well.
Yeah, and then the touchdown equities is, I mean, it's negligible, but you're looking at like an extra 6 point. Whereas, like, I think B-Rob is the best play out of the bunch, in my opinion. So I'm going with B-Rob.
I was trying to talk you into it. I like B-Rob.
Just don't play running backs against the Eagles. Like Rico Dowdle, he was a
Yeah,
major
no
avoid
way.
for me last week, and he's a major avoid for me this week too.
I agree as well. EB says pick'ems tonight. So guys, this show will do all the pick'ems. We're going to cover every single game. We're going to give you one lock that we like each. All you have to do is stay in my stream. As soon as I end stream, it will leave right to Big Draft Energy show, and we're going to hop in there and we cover every game. This episode or show is just here to answer stardom situms. So if you guys are pick'ems or whatever it is, wait till the next show in 40 minutes here and we'll cover everything. Kevin says, my guy, sit 2. DK, McMillan, Tyreek, J-Mo. I'm starting Evans and AJ so far. Goff is my QB, so you're looking for the stack. I'm still playing Tyreek. The matchup's too good. And DK, J-Mo, McMillan, it's crazy. I like J-Mo over DK. Sounds crazy, but DK I don't trust right now. He looks banged up. It's the J season show. I know he got a touchdown last week. Do you like J-Mo over DK or McMillan over DK?
Please, can I tell you something? Since I've known you, every week you said you don't like J-Mo. J-Mo went insane, and every week you said you like J-Mo. He hasn't gone insane. So if you like J-Mo, and listen, you've hit a lot of spectacular bang on calls, but it's like you and J-Mo have this weird.
I know.
So if you're saying that, I'm now out on J-Mo this week, and I'm going with DK.
I'm not against it. You could go DK or Tyreek, but I like J-Mo, man. And every time I have said I like J-Mo, which is like 2 times or 3 times this year, he hasn't hit. And the times I say I don't like him, he hits. And it's like when he has a good matchup, he doesn't do anything. He has a bad matchup, he kills it. And the Niners are a bad matchup. So, I mean, they're going to have to score at will from here on out. You can go DK. I'd go either one. It's close. Juice says, I'm feeling a bounce back game from B-Rub that happened last week that I don't have any other choice. Oh, Juice, when did you subscribe to my channel, Juice? How long have you been in here? That's my first question. Because Isaiah Pacheco on my videos, everything I've talked about, I said will never be a start for me. I wish you were in here sooner, man. I would have told you that. West Up 253 Pyro kickers, Sanders, Bass, or Cardi. I like Sanders a lot this week versus Cleveland. So, and he's been absolutely on fire. I mean, I don't even care about the matchup. Even against bad matchups, Sanders has been kicking 3-4 field goals a game. And when you get Cleveland, they give up 8.25. Then you get the Bills. Actually, I go Tyler Bass.
I'm going Bass here, brother. I'm going Bass here. I like that you're looking at the numbers, and I like that those numbers are changing your mind. Go Bass.
I'm going Bass, but man, dude, Sanders has been kicking a lot. And here's why. The Jets are second worst in the past 4 games versus the kicker, giving up 11.5. Tied for second with the Panthers. So I'm going Tyler Bass.
Yes, sir.
But I also have a gut feeling that Josh Allen off a bad game is just going to score massive touchdowns too. So, could be. Nickham says McMillan or Shakir. I like Shakir over McMillan this week. Does Big Draft like Spears or Dobbins? Big Draft Energy is never going to play a player off an injury. If you guys have been in here to know that long enough, he's not going to say JK.
Okay. So here's the one situation where I would, because J.K. Dobbins. So let's look at can the chat hear me all right? So let's look at what James Cook did on a very small sample size, how efficient and explosive he was. He had 100 yards on 11 carries and a rushing touchdown, right? Yep. J.K. Dobbins is that explosive type of back, and if he hits the 900-yard threshold, which is 124 yards away, 124 yards away.
He gets a contract bonus.
And if he gets to 1,000 yards, which is 224 yards away, he gets another 150K. So if he's coming back, there's incentive. It's a must win. I am 100% playing J.K. Dobbins, and I'm not even questioning it if he's healthy.
Oh, man. Is he going to be out there at full go?
If he's healthy.
I still like Spears, man. Tony Pollard is not healthy.
Just listen. Andrew Erickson hits these really weird fucking calls, and I love that I heard him make that call because I was like you and very out on him. I'm going to stick with Andrew Erickson in this call. I respect it.
I mean, better offense for sure. I mean, better quarterback. Dobbins for sure. Dobbins has been electric when he's out there.
Who has been free fantasy points to the RBs for the last 4 weeks?
Patriots.
It's been the Patriots. Yeah.
So Gus looked good last week, though. He got a shot of adrenaline, man.
It's a completely different defensive style. Gus looked good on the inside runs. That's where the Patriots are strong. Patriots are weak on the outside runs. That's where
Dobbins thrives. Yeah.
Dobbins just absolutely eats. So
Zone scheme.
if Dobbins plays, I love Dobbins.
Okay, I'm with that. I mean, yeah. Now, would you take Dobbins if Tony Pollard is out? No, you would not.
No, I can't do that.
Okay. So
But,
that's where we're at on that one. But yeah, I'm great assessment right there. I guess I'm gonna ride Dobbins over Spears. Risky on the first game back though, but yeah.
It's Carmen just said Gus is on IR. Elaborate.
Gus is on IR. Not that I've seen.
know.
I think you're thinking JK. He's not even activated off IR yet either, is he? He's opened the window, but he's not activated.
You'll find out shortly before the Saturday kickoff.
Got you. Angel says CD's out. I have Njigba, McMillan, Harrison, D. Smith, in Jigba. Easy. On my bench, I also have Kyler Murray and Herbert. I'm going Justin Herbert over Kyler Murray. I do not trust him at all. And Jigba should always be in your starting lineup for the next 4 to 5 years. Easy. We buy homes near you. Why do you feel us like Garendo so much this week? Their O-line is beat to shit. Have you seen the injuries for the Detroit Lions? They are missing 10 starters since the beginning of the season on defense. They have 16 players on IR, the most in the NFL. Garendo thrives in the pass game. That is where Detroit gets shattered by the running backs. I love Garendo this week.
Yeah, if an offensive line is beat to shit, that means that they're going to have to run a little bit more because they can't protect the quarterback. So, yeah.
And that too. But it didn't work out for the Dolphins and HA until the last play of the game, or all season long. I'm about to go for a walk. What's good, Chef? Get them steps in, baby. Appreciate the help, guys. Could you clarify Aubrey or Bates? I mean, with Aubrey and CeeDee Lamb being gone, it really depends on if Pickett is out there and if it's Jalen Hurts. Because if it's Jalen Hurts, you're not going to get many kicking attempts for the Cowboys, right? But if it's Kenny Pickett, I would go Aubrey over Bates. But if Bates is out there, if there's no CD, I can't say Aubrey, and it sucks. 30 minutes ago from the Juice. I don't know what he means. I'm doing too many questions for him to bounce back from B-Rob.
Gus is out.
Oh, he joined 30 minutes ago. Got you. Gus is out?
That's what George is saying.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't even see that update. I've been here for an hour and a half. I must have missed it. Yeah, Juice. So, dude, I've been out on Pacheco for like 5 weeks, man. Week 13, I made one of the bold calls saying that I don't think Pacheco will score 10 points for the rest of the year, and he did not. Crippy Mike says Jaden Reed. Dude, Jaden Reed. I love Jaden Reed this week. 28.1 points last time they played. 32nd versus the wide receiver. Shootout game, division game. Jaden Reed's going to have to be the superstar of this game, receiving court this week. He is. Oh, wow. So 100%. If JK doesn't go, are we rolling Kamani Vidal?
We have to.
Woo! So interesting waiver wire pickup right now, Chad. If you're in here and you have an open spot on your roster, Kamani Vidal, if he is out there, we do not know if JK will be activated. I did not see that Gus was out. Good update, chat. You can snag Kamani Vidal right now in case JK doesn't play, and it's a nice flex play. Christy says, drop Pacheco last week. Smart man. Dr. Clutch, Chase Brown, or Bucky Irving. You have to get them both in. That's crazy. They're both top 10 running backs. I'm not jumping on that grenade. Yeah, can't jump on that grenade, bro. They're both studs. Stud plays. Play Seahawks D or Chicago or Cowboys D at Philly. Bears down starting left tackle and left guard. Eagles seem to be starting a banged up Pickett in cold, rain, and wind. I don't. You think Jalen Hurts going to miss this game?
I think Jalen Hurts is going to play.
I think he's going to play as well. So I get. I mean, it sucks because the Seahawks play tonight. I mean, I'd probably play the Seahawks over the Cowboys either way. I don't like it at all, though. It's not a great play to me. Let me know who's on your wire, Carmen. By the way, that'll help me out more. Seattle or Chicago defense tonight, or do I bank on Hurts not playing? AJ Brown is also questionable. Same question twice here. I don't really like Seattle's defense. I would wait. I mean, I guess you can't wait in this situation. Never mind. I think Hurts is going to play, man. I think Hurts is going to be out there. I mean, you've seen like 5-6 players come back off, 1 week concussion. Now they can do it easy. We got the same question. Yeah, I mean, Seattle's safe. They're safe. It's like I don't think they get many turnovers. I mean, yeah, when's the last time Caleb Williams threw a pick? It's been like 9 games. So I don't know. I don't really like Seattle's D. They did rule Gus out. Good confirmation there, Carmen. Thank you guys. Thank you, George. Geno Smith, Purdy, or Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix and Purdy side by side. I have Geno Smith around like 19-20. So I think it's more of a run game from Seattle tonight. Nix or Purdy, Disco? I have Purdy 9, Nix 10.
I got Knicks way higher.
You got Nix higher than Purdy with the beat up Lions?
I got Purdy at 13. I got Knicks at 7.
Oof. Okay. Even though Cortland Sutton's been struggling?
Well, I mean, Cortland Sutton's just gone against like really tough matchups. If you're looking at matchups for wide receivers to bounce back and quarterbacks to be absolutely excellent,
you have a snow game also.
Yeah, I'm still going against Cincy. Like, quarterbacks are good at throwing the football, and like I'm not worried about the weather. I'm not.
So
I think what concerns me more is like which tight end should I roll out for the Denver team because for DFS because it's a great matchup for the Denver tight ends, or is it going to go to a slot receiver? If so, who is it going to be? Marvin Mims, Vele, or which running back? Because Julian McLaughlin's healthy now, so
Right.
Audric Estime is no longer a smash start. We can't expect Javonte to have the same workload in the receiving game, so it's just betting props. Absolute fuck Sean Payton. That's what I'm doing. Fuck Sean Payton.
all right, so I got it for you. Here's how I break it down. And I like both starts, but I'm going to give you like a different narrative here of this. So when you have Bo Nix, you have Javonte Williams, who's a guy I said never draft. Cortland Sutton, no tight end. Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin, Vele. Okay. And you have possible snow game, bad weather in Cincy, right? You are going to have to play catch up since he's going to score at will. Their offense is potent. Or you have the Detroit Lions on Monday night where you get the last laugh. The Detroit Lions defense is beat to shit across the board. And your weapons are not Cortland Sutton. Your weapons are Debo, Kittle, Juan, Garendo. That's why I like Purdy better. But I like them both.
You're also not considering the fact that this is a very plus matchup for Bo
It
Nix
is.
on the ground.
It
and
is.
That's why I'm giving Bo Nix the edge. And that's why I'm higher on Bo Nix, because rushing touchdowns and rushing production is more important than passing production. And I cannot guarantee that Brock Purdy is going to be absolutely spectacular, because even in a decent matchup last week, he didn't show up until garbage time. So, yeah, I really don't love the 49ers this week. It's tough to bet on the 49ers. I think Garendo's a safe play. I think Kittle's a safe play. I think Debo's a good ceiling play. So same with Juan. The matchup's excellent, but the Lions shot the shit. And I just don't love Brock Purdy. I really don't. Not this year. It's tough to love.
Ah! Fuck the 49ers. We had a bad year, man. Dr. Clutch says, I have Gibbs and Jacobs. That's why I can't get him in. Dude, Jacobs has a very tough matchup this week. I mean, I have him in the top 10, but I like Bucky over Jacobs.
Yeah.
What do you like?
Yeah, I like Bucky over pretty much everybody in the NFL this week.
There you go, Doctor.
There's nobody I like Bucky more than.
I like Bucky more than Jacobs this week. It's crazy to say.
Bucky's my RB1 this week. I
absolutely
love
RB1?
Yeah.
Over Jonathan Taylor? That's wild.
Okay. RB1 over Jonathan Taylor. Over
Saquon at Dallas, yeah.
Over Jahmyr Gibbs. Over, like, I love Bucky Irving in this spot, because last time we saw him against Carolina, he was absolutely spectacular. And I think he's going to
do it again.
Do more. I think he's going to do more, produce better than he did last time. I'm so high on Bucky this week.
I think Bucky's the safest 20-point play this week. Like,
I think
block.
He's the safest 30-point play this week.
30. Woo, you heard it there, folks. RB1, the guy. All right. Christian says, Hurts has not passed concussion protocol yet. Yeah, it's early still. Friday, Saturday is usually the big day. They don't usually, do concussions till a day or two before the games. Matters, what's up, my guy? Cooper Kupp or Debo? With Garendo being back, the Debo running back usage will be less. It's, you saw Debo bounce back after he's been terrible. I like Cooper Kupp a lot this week for a bounce back game. You like Kupp or Debo, Disco?
I like Cup in the matchup because of a dome situation and it's a divisional matchup. But I think it's going to be a blowout, and we're not going to see a lot of him in the second half. Where I think Debo might play the whole game. It's a weird situation. I have Cup ranked wide receiver 12. I have Debo ranked wide receiver 19. So I'm going Cup.
I like Cup as well. Jacoby Myers over either one of them, he says as well? No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's going to be a let's feed the beast Brock Bowers and get him all his records. Doesn't it rain? Should I start Bo Nix then? Which one are you talking about, Igris? I must have missed. Oh, Geno Smith, Purdy, or Nix? Nix has terrible weather, by the way. So, I mean, if you're looking at here, let's go here. Let's refresh. Where is it? Where is the Denver Broncos game? And I want to pull up the AccuWeather as well. So it says 61 now. I want to go Broncos, Bengals weather. AccuWeather here. This is not what I want. This is Fresno, California. What am I doing? Okay, redo it. Broncos, Bengals weather on Sunday. If it rains, Cincinnati preparing to use the right football's forecast. It will wind, rain, or snow impact the fantasy football game. Meteorologists issue weather warning for Broncos Bengals game. Heads up, Broncos Saturday game in Cincy looks pretty soggy. Heavy rain possible. Through some modeling, keep the heaviest rain post game Saturday night. 15 to 20 mile an hour wind gusts. Looks like it will be a factor for the game. So you're looking at a rain, windy game there. Still, I still like Bo Nix over a lot of people. Super chats always to the top. Thank you, Jay New. Welcome, welcome, welcome. He says, if JK is in, do I bench Aaron Jones for him in my flex? Do you like? I do not like Aaron Jones this week versus Minnesota or versus the Packers. I know it's a revenge game. Are you going J.K. Dobbins or Aaron Jones, Disco?
I'm going Aaron Jones, especially if it's PPR format. In the last 4 weeks, no team's given up
passing
holding backs, and that's Aaron Jones' game. So I like Aaron Jones.
I'm definitely playing Aaron Jones over J.K. on his first game back too. Yeah. I mean, still. 2 wide receivers and a half point PPR. DJ Moore, Mooney, Debo, McMillan. I'm going DJ Moore and Debo here. Do you like Mooney or McMillan over any of those?
No.
I don't either. Lock that in. Let me catch back up with the top here. EB says Steelers are cooked. Too much drama going on. Highest paid defense played like doo-doo. Dude, the Chiefs, man, with their new rotation of wide receivers, I feel like they're going to get another chip. And plus, you got to beat the Zebras.
How great was that? Was that Patrick Mahomes over 24.5?
Oh, it was money. And Jalen Warren's receiving money.
And the anytime interception for CJ Stroud and
Russell Wilson.
Anytime interception for Russell Wilson and the Isaiah Likely touchdown.
That was absolute money. All right, give me your call for tonight's game, Disco. What do you like tonight? I like the Seahawks to win, and I like the Seahawks to win about 27-20.
I like the Chicago Bears to win.
Woo! Getting wild. I like it.
I love the over, and I think both quarterbacks, you'll see them both go over 275 passing yards.
Woo! Okay. I don't think Geno is, but I think Caleb could. Dr. Clutch says Chig Okonkwo, Brenton Strange, or Zach Ertz. That Chig easy for me. Dude, Brenton Strange was supposed to be a smash play last week and fumbled, and they just kicked him out of the game. It was retarded.
I hated him last week.
You did. It's Carmen, Tennessee at Jacksonville, New York Giants at Indy, Cincy versus Denver, Chicago versus Seattle, LA Rams versus Arizona. Definitely, you always target the New York Giants. They're freaking terrible. Drew Lock is not an NFL quarterback. I'm starting the Colts D there for sure. Aubrey Sanders. Go ahead.
He's free fantasy points for defenses.
Yeah. Aubrey Sanders and McLaughlin. McLaughlin is my kicker number 1 this week. The Carolina Panthers hemorrhaged so many points to the kicker. You have to love Chase McLaughlin this week. Thank you for the subscription, Ron. Welcome to the Baller Fam. Chef says, thinking I have to bench Brown and Hubbard for Sharp tonight. I like Sharp over Hubbard, not Chase Brown. I do not like ever benching Chase Brown in this matchup. It's
Why are
great
you so low on Chuba this week, by the way?
because Chuba is going up against the nastiest front in football. He might get it done through the receiving game. Yes, that's fine. You can say that. But look what happened to Rico Dowdle last week, man.
Yeah, but like we've seen Chuba go against really tough defenses, like even the Eagles, and he absolutely went nuclear. Chuba's never a sit. I'm playing Chuba over Charbonnet.
So here's a little. Let me throw this at you real quick before you say that. Last time Chuba Hubbard played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which was 3 weeks ago, how many points did he have?
Oh,
2.
2.
2. On 79% snaps, RB1 usage, 15 touches, 2 points. I'm sitting
Tampa 2
against Tampa. I am sitting Chuba Hubbard this week, guys. I'm saying it in all my
Are you
videos.
sure?
I'm not. Yes.
What week did they play?
Week 13, Tampa Bay, 2 points. 2.3. Yep.
Hold up.
They are the best front 7 in football. I do not like Chuba this week, guys. Sorry, I'm going to stand on business. I'm going to stick to it. I would rather play Charbonnet over Chuba all day this week.
He fumbled once. Okay.
Played 80% of snaps. Still had 2 points. That's RB1 usage.
Week 13.
Yeah. Terrible. At home. Telling you. I'm staying away from Chuba this week. DJ Quill says, pick 3 full PPR. Gibbs, come on. Gibbs is never a question. Gibbs is always in. JT is always in. Bucky or Sharp? I'm going Bucky. I still love Charbonnet. You got good problems. Tyrone, Tracy, Pollard, or Ramondre. I would go Pollard if he's out there. I would rank Tracy second. I would rank Ramondre third. Tracy has a great matchup too, but he's banged up. I don't know what's going on, if he's going to be out there or not. But we will be live for the rest of the week as well, so we can cover that through, different shows and stuff if you're in either my show or Big Draft Energies. And while you guys are all in here real quick, hang on. Do me a quick favor. I'm going to pull up his stream. We got 30 minutes left in here. Fire away all your questions, but this is where it's going to lead you to. You don't even have to leave my stream. But while you're in here real quick, support the fam. Go throw my guy a sub. Go throw my guy a like. This is where we will be. I'm on the wrong one. Sorry, my bad. I'm going to pull up his live show right here. I'm going to smash a like on it right now. So remember, the raid's going to lead right to his channel, so you don't even have to leave, but this is where we'll be covering all the pick-ems, everything. He does live shows all the time. I co-host on his show. He co-hosts on mine. Support the fam. Click that link for me. Smash him a sub. Smash a like on the thing, and we'll be in there talking all of our pick-ems, guys. I'm gonna catch back up. Should I drop Michael Carter to pick up Vidal? Interesting play there. Yeah, Connor has practice limited, so I mean, if you don't have JK out there and Gus is ruled out, Vidal becomes very interesting and a great matchup. So I'm definitely making that play. JP says Bigsby or Algier in PPR for all the dynasty marbles. Bigsby or Algier in PPR for all the dynasty marbles. I'm going Bigsby still. I mean, I know it's back and forth between him and ETN of who's getting more touches, which is annoying. I'm not trusting Tyler Algier in a must-win game for the Falcons. They're going to lean on Bijan. Diego says, correct me if I'm wrong, but to clear concussion protocol, a player needs to get into limited and a full practice before the game. Hurts only has 1 day of practice left and therefore can't clear in time. I don't know. I mean, look at who cleared concussion protocol last week with a practice on Saturday. I forget who it was now. Do you remember Disco who made the concussion protocol? Oh, it was Zach Ertz, who's 36 years old. He practiced on Saturday and made it for the game Sunday last week, Diego. So
stand on business, man.
Let's go. Test me. So I don't know if that's going to be there. And George, he did. So Zach Ertz, look up last week. He practiced Saturday and played Sunday. Appreciate it, guys. Basically just confirmed what I was leaning towards. Prayers up for Debo to pad his stats these last few games. I hope he does, man. I hope he does. As a Niner fan, he might even be gone, man. It's going to suck. Toledo pit game is rigged. Elmer Fudd ref has a pit ticket. He's trying to cash Greek Town after the game. I'm not even watching the game, bro. Oh, I missed a super chat. Always to the front. Thank you, Miss Trez. Pick 1 defense, Seattle, Las Vegas, or Dallas if Hurts doesn't play. I would say Dallas if Hurts doesn't play, but I really like the Raiders versus Saints too. I don't like Seattle.
It's Vegas.
Yeah, I go Vegas either way, I think. Even versus Pickett, more weapons. Saints have nothing. I would definitely do that. Appreciate it. Basically, okay, we catch up. Sadly, seems like Hurts won't be playing. Toledo Pick game. Huge boost for Saquon. Dude, Saquon is going for Dickerson's record, guys. He is like, 240 yards away or something? I forget what it is, like 270. He's going to crush it, especially with no CD. He's going to go bonkers. DK Metcalf or Darnell Mooney. I'm still going DK Metcalf here. Jay New says, don't forget this Panthers versus Tampa game is a division rivals game. Always gets a little messy. Facts. And I'm sticking to my guns. I do not like Chuba this week at all. BDE's calling Bucky is on point. Week 6 on your call. I started both Bijan and Algier, and they went off for 43 points. Penn State has a better run D than Carolina. Dude, I don't know this for sure, guys, but I think I saw a tweet on this. Carolina is chasing one of the worst rushing seasons of like 50 to 70 years or something like that. Disco, have you seen that?
No.
So the yards against them is like the worst in like the past 50 years. And it's crazy. They average like 145 yards a game. Playing against Chuba. See, remember to come back to this, Christian, once that game's over and Chuba's done, because I'm going to stand on that one that I do not like Chuba this week. Diego, me too. Saquon legacy game. Dude, Saquon's going to go bonkers the next 2 games. Dude, the week 18 game is the Giants' revenge game for Saquon. He might go for 300.
So Sleaze, if you don't like Chuba, that means you gotta like Thielen, right?
I do like Thielen, but I don't like Thielen over what he named.
If you like Bryce Young, you gotta like Thielen.
I like Thielen. I just didn't like Thielen over. Dude, he gave me like AJ Brown and AJ Brown and Tyreek or something. I was like, there's no way I'm playing Thielen over that.
I don't love Tyreek. Tyreek's been like the biggest best ball bust, and I'm so glad I avoided him.
God, he dropped 2 touchdowns last week.
Such a bust.
It just ended. Toledo pulled it off in the 6th overtime. Nice. I love games that go to hell overtime in college. Las Vegas for the Bears. I'm going Vegas. Easy. See, this could be a high-scoring game tonight, I feel like, Jose. May, Stafford, or Bryce Young for all the marbles. Ooh. I'll let you take that one. May, Stafford, or Bryce Young?
Going Stafford.
Stafford? He's been struggling.
Yeah, but he's also been outdoors.
I know. You get let's see here. So,
and it's a must win for them, right? Especially like if Seattle does pull off the win, it's still a must win for them. And like Arizona, I know they don't have any like fighting chance, but Arizona wants to fuck shit up for them. So like LA's got to win the next 2.
They do, because it's that division stingy bullshit. They want to ruin it for them.
It's not a great game for Kyron, even though Kyron's going to eat. I think Stafford has to be special, and I think Stafford's going to be special.
I think I'm going Stafford, but I think it's going to be close with Bryce Young. I'm not throwing May out there. I know May impressed versus the Buffalo Bills last week for sure.
I have May ranked higher than Bryce Young.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against it. Bryce just has a great matchup. I'm going Colts defense this week. Oh, yeah, easy over the Seahawks. 100%. You target the New York Giants all the way. Seattle defense seems like a good play. Bear have 2 O-linemen out. I've seen that, but Caleb can run, man. Caleb can make plays happen. And you got DJ Moore, Keenan. I mean, would you rather play against DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Romo Dunze, Cole Kmet, or name a Saint? Right? So I'm definitely rolling that easy. Harris, if I missed your question, my bad. I skip up and down. I got you. Need to decide between Keenan Allen and Addison. I like Keenan Allen a lot tonight. My opponent had Lamar. You started Mixon. Man, I was low on Mixon this week too. I ranked him at RB15. That's the lowest I ranked Mixon all year long. I was projected to win before. Now it's 50-50. Projections up and down. I don't really look at projections that much. Because if you have the research and you know what's going to happen and you look at, the defense's projections, like Keenan Allen's been projected 8 points for the past 5 weeks. And he's gotten 30 every time.
Yeah, I mean, Xavier Worthy's been projected.
Xavier Worthy, yeah.
7 points, and he's been crushing his projections too. So
projected to win now. It's 50-50 ceiling with Addison. I like Keenan Allen's ceiling more than Addison's. I'm definitely rolling out Keenan Allen. Sorry I missed it, my man. Super chat, straight to the front. Matters how we doing. Saints, Titans, or Seahawks. D. God, that is rough. I mean, Saints versus the Raiders. Titans. So Saints versus Aiden O'Connell. Titans versus fucking Mason or Mac Jones, or Seattle versus Caleb Williams. I think and this is ugly. I think I'm going Saints, man. Who do you like there?
I mean,
Just go Saints.
Chase Young is healthy.
Still, it's their offense doesn't move the ball.
I'm going Titans. At least you're going to get the sack equity with the Titans.
Yeah, I mean it's. I'm not rolling. Seahawks are my third, so they're out. It's Saints Titans for me, and it's a fucking coin flip. He's got a good point with the sack equity.
Yeah, it's Titans for me.
I'm not against going either one. I don't like either one, so I'll put it that way. C-Spaz, what's up, my guy? Would you start Chase Brown or Zach Charbonnet? You got to get both these guys in there, man. You got to get both of them in there. You got to let me know the rest of your roster. I mean, I love both of them so much this week. It's crazy.
I'm going Chase Brown if you need to make a choice.
Yeah, Chase Brown for sure. But fuck you. I think Zach Charbonnet is a 20-point play as well. Stafford observation says going for 4,000 yards. I like that as well. I think Stafford at home is going to eat too. I just have this thing that Bryce Young might have another big game here. It's super plus matchup, and they can't not run against Tampa. The gamer says Keenan, Neighbors, DK, or Jennings for my wide receiver 2. I still would go Neighbors, but you got to wait for the injury, and you have to play Keenan or DK tonight. So if you wait for Neighbors, and then Neighbors is out, then you're stuck with Jennings. That sucks. But between Keenan and DK, I like Keenan over DK, if that helps you. So I like Neighbors over all of them, Keenan over DK. They're not an awful play, but I'd rather go Colts to handle Locke. Dude, Locke is free fantasy points for any team he plays against. That guy should be in the CFL. He's absolutely terrible. What's going with the CFL? That's where careers go to die. No, I'm joking.
My career died, for what it's worth.
It's an injury. T. Higgins or Adam Thielen? Disco Higgins, yeah.
Fuck, I'm going Thielen.
Just because the weather?
No, just because I fucking hate T. Higgins' guts.
So he doesn't like him because of anger, but T. Higgins has been balling. I'm going Higgins. I think Olave plays and goes for 100 plus yards with Rattler. I just said, if you guys are in chat right now and you have a league, go pick up Chris Olave. He's still available on some waiver wire. It's absolutely bonkers. He's all they have, but I don't trust him. I mean, he could be a flex play. I like the 100 plus yard call though. It's really risky. Another super chat straight to the top. Mr. Trez, full PPR pick 1. Dowdle should not be on any list at all. Get him out. Garenda looks like he's going to be going. So Taylor Jr., he even looked terrible last week. I was high on Patrick Taylor to get a touchdown. I need to eat that hard. He sucked. If J.K. Dobbins misses and Gus Bus is out, Vidal becomes really interesting. But I think they're going to get Dobbins out there, so that one's a wait and see. I don't like Dowdle at all this week. Kendre Miller's interesting if Kamara misses. I mean, this is a wait and see question here, though. I know it's a super chat too. Cup has been bad. I like Cup. If the question is, Dowdle, Kendre Miller, Vidal, or Taylor, I don't think go Vidal if everyone's out. Besides that, I'm playing Cup. I like Cup to bounce back this week.
Yeah, I also like Romeo Dobbs. I think Romeo Dobbs is in a good spot with Christian Watson being banged up.
He's going to be out there, though. They kind of already updated that.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah. But still, I mean, he's fucking home run or nothing. So, I mean, Squint says Stafford screwed me in 2 leagues the last 2 weeks. I'm going Young for the 3rd place game. I'm not against it. It's a better matchup, but Stafford at home is tough. Observation of life. He likes the Titans as a sleeper. Feel like they want Jacksonville to have a top 5 pick since they let them lose to Las Vegas. I like that call as well. Now that you're pointing that out, Disco had a good point with the sack equity as well. And I believe Observation of Life, guys, if you're in chat, does a lot of YouTube videos. If I remember, or you have a different channel or a different name, if you want to put that in there, go smash my guy a sub and a like as well. Let me catch up here. We got about 5 minutes left, guys, so fire away. Thank you guys for hanging out. Remember, when I end stream, it will go straight to Disco's. And my wife just rolled in, so I'll probably say hi for a little bit here, Disco, and I'll hop in.
Yeah, I'm just going to go for a tinkle. I'll be right back.
Yeah, turn it on when you get back. Would you start Goff or Baker this week for the championship? I love them both. I mean, Baker has the matchup where it could be ground heavy run because Carolina just hemorrhages points to the running back. I think I'm going Goff, but they're both great starts. George, Colts are my number 1. Miami's my number 2, but I will swap Miami to number 1 if DTR is the quarterback because what I saw last week was absolutely freaking terrible from DTR. Christian, I'm going Bates here. I like the Monday night last laugh. I like the Niners red zone D. So I think Bates is going to be a better play. I think the Packers are going to score more touchdowns than field goals this week. C-Spaz, I've got Gibbs, A-Chain, Brown, JT, and Sharp. Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Gibbs, A-Chain, and JT are all locks to must starts. That sucks. This is why you got to get into a 12-man league, bro. I mean, that's too much of a question. Those are 5 stud superstar running backs. I mean, fuck. 2 flex league. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat again, Mr. Trez. When you come back, so we'll be live again Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow will not be. We're having a party here at the house tonight. Bring that question back, because if we get more injury updates, information on that, bring it to either my stream or Big Draft Energies, and we'll cover that again. Julian says, barely slipped into the playoffs. Now I'm in the championship. I'm in a pickle. I can start 3 between. Oh, man. So Chase Brown and Bucky and James Cook got to be your running backs, although I love Charbonnet. I honestly think Charbonnet is better than James Cook this week, but I can see you going either way. Things against Sertan, go matchup. I mean, Higgins, Jamar Chase will get it too. I'm not worried about him traveling. I know he's one of the best corners, but still, I mean, you got Joe Burrow. It's Higgins and Chase are always starts. Squid says Brian Robinson Jr., Spears, Kendre Miller, pick 2, Dowdle. I don't like Dowdle this week. You got to go B-Rob, and you got to go Spears. Dowdle's in such a tough matchup. Q says, or Parlad, Barkley is my RB1. What was the question from Q to start? Let me backtrack here. Pop your question in there again, Q, if you can. There's so many. I don't remember what you said. I've been cranking through them.
All right, sir. I'm back. I'm gonna see you on the other side. All right. Great stream.
Go live right now if you can.
Yeah, I'm going live right now. I'll see you on the other side.
Got you, brother. All right, guys. So if you got any more questions, fire away right now. Disco is going to go live. I'm going to send you guys straight to his channel, so do not leave when I end it, whatever. It'll leave right to his, so you can go smash him a like, smash him a sub. I'm going to talk to the wife for like 5-10 minutes. She just walked in, and then I'll hop on his show. Icy Runner says, Debo, Downs, or Rashad White. I don't trust Rashad White's usage. Downs, if he has Flacco, I would love Downs. But I'm still going Debo here. You get the Monday night game. Let me make sure when he's live here so I can send it over. And thank you guys for hanging out, man. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the super chats. The support has been absolutely amazing. I love when you guys come in and say, thanks for this call. Got me here. This is why we do this. Is for you guys. It's absolutely amazing. Is he live yet? He is live. All right. So I'm going to send you guys over there. Again, thank you guys for all the support. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the super chats. I mean, George, $50. Absolutely crazy, man. You're an absolute goat. Shout out to you. And I'm going to send it over to Disco's. I will join his stream right now. I'm going to talk to the wife. Good luck in the championship. We'll be live again this weekend. Thanks for hanging out, guys.